This is Isheshe Talks with Ategbe.
Ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí o, kí gbogbo yín àbọ̀rọ̀ àbọ̀yè. I welcome you guys to this episode. So in this episode we'll be talking about EBO RIRU. A máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa EBO RIRU lónìí. What do we understand by EBO RIRU? What is it that we understand when they say EBO RIRU? And it's not just about what EBO RIRU is. Kò kàn ń ṣe ìtumọ̀ EBO RIRU, but our understanding of how EBO RIRU works, because it still comes down to this my complaint on people thinking Isheshe is magic. How does EBO work? Because there's a lot of complaint. People say, this person collected money for EBO from me and I've not seen changes. I've not seen that. Especially people in the diaspora. You say, the whatever amount they collect from me is not what I'm coming to discuss here. I'm just coming to discuss like that expectation when that expectation you are having when you've not even put in any work. Then when you've not put in any work. First of all, let's understand what EBO is. When they say EBO, Babalawo will not just say go and do EBO. It is the father that say you should do EBO. It is through consultation. When you go and do Ifa consultation, and in most cases, some people do consultation where they don't need to do consultation. I will not go deep into that today. Then, if I will say, if I'm any imorolanda, katu dafa, like it means that you ask for advice and you ask for people's opinion on a situation before you say you want to go for spiritual consultation. Like that's the first thing you need to do. Because there's no way they will do consultation for you that if I will not pick one EBO or feeding of knowledge. It's impossible. It's impossible. So when you just face one little thing and you just say they should go and do EBO for you, and they do EBO and you're expecting magic, that is the thing I'm talking about. It's not every situation that we find ourselves in life that we have to do Ifa consultation. I can tell you that maybe in a year, I only do Ifa consultation maybe twice or maybe 3 times. I'm telling you, it's the reality. You might not believe me, but I know people that do Ifa consultation on a daily basis. So, before I digress, let me go back to the point I'm trying to make. What is this EBO RIRU? You see, the EBO RIRU, when the Babalawo cast Ifa for you, after the revealing verse and pick the verse that is affiliated to your situation, because I can't start explaining the process of Ifa consultation now. When they do the Ifa consultation, that verses that Odu has some certain EBO Itutu and Akoshe that is affiliated with it, but we are talking about EBO. So now the Babalawo asks which of the EBO in that verses applies to your situation. When Ifa says that this is the EBO, then the Babalawo tells you, okay, do this EBO. This is what Ifa says you should do. So majority, this EBO is more like spiritual cleansing. Let's put it down. It's my own point of view. You might not agree with it. EBO for me is like a spiritual cleansing. And it doesn't necessarily mean that the EBO is for now. It might be for the future. Some people, the EBO that their grandparent has done is just coming into manifestation in their life. Then the EBO that some of us, our grandparents has done is just come EBO. They are like EBO. And some people, it is the EBO that their parent has done for them like a very long time ago that is just coming into play. So EBO is not something that they will do. And there are some EBO that they can do it instantly. It varies. It depends on what Ifa is trying to communicate in the verse. So for me, EBO is spiritual cleansing. So it doesn't necessarily mean that when they do EBO for you, you would see like instantly that things will change. No, when they do EBO for you, it's for the spiritual aspect. you still need to do more in the physical. You too, you still need to, work towards it. I mean, the verse where they picked the able from spoke about something. It said something. There are some things you too, as a person, need to do, that you need to work towards in the physical. And what the spiritual will do is that it will, give you spiritual support, spiritual support and upliftment as you engage in that physical, work, in order to achieve the goal. Like this is the simple way for me to explain how able work. You can't just say they should do able for you today and things you just change lola. It doesn't work like that, So able, I'm thinking of a way to give you guys an example, because able is not something that once you do it now, no, it takes time. Even the world we live in, what is it that we do in this life that happens overnight? Nothing happens overnight. It takes time. I mean, a lot of people have been praying for good things in their life for many, many years. Is it that you prayed for that thing and the next day it happened? No. Take time. This is the same way able to work. It's not magic. It's a gradual process. Even the Babalawo that is offering the able for you, he too has things that he has offered able for that has not come into manifestation. They just have to be patient, because they don't understand the work of the Orisha. We are just here in the physical, to live and let the Orisha and the Irumole do their work. The moment you start complaining about, the Ebo did not check the Ebo is shaking it, you're already interfering in the job of the Irumole. Interfering in it's not something you should interfere in. You face the physical. Face it. If politician physical, they're going to complain about spiritual. They've done the able for you. All you just need to do is focus on the physical. I mean, focus on your work, focus on your business, focus on it. They've done the spiritual cleansing for you to give you that spiritual upliftment. But if it does not see any physical work, it will not come into manifestation. So we should I'm still thinking of a way to, like a realistic way to explain what ebo is for you. So, but let me just keep mumbling. I would find a very nice example. So we need to, that is why we need to understand. This is what I want us to understand, that we need to pick each and every one of these elements in our so-called Isheshe and explain to people that it is not magic. It is not magic. Yeah, it's a spiritual thing, but it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. Okay, take for example, you plant a corn, ugbe agbado. Now I found a good example. You now take the agbado seed. What is the first thing you will do? Is it the agbado seed you first put inside you just go there? No, you clear the land first. Once you clear it, see what I'm explaining as a neighbor, you clear the land first. After you clear the land, like you are going to make heaps, heaps of sand. You do that, you weed it and everything. Then now you start planting the grains inside it. After you plant it, you are going to wet it. After wetting it, you wait for it to come grow. During the time you are waiting, you are also going to go back to the farm to weed it every day. Weed it, weed it, clean it, water it, create irrigation so that when rain fall, rain is not going to kill the crops. You will do this for months before the corn starts, bringing out the fruit. This thing I've just explained, see the process at which the corn used to grow as the spiritual aspect, which we don't understand. See it from that angle. Then see the weeding, cleaning, proper irrigation, and wetting it as the physical aspect you need to do. If you don't do all these things, the spiritual aspect, which is the process at which the corn grows, it won't grow. It won't grow because all those weed, lack of water will not make the corn grow. So why do we worry so much about the spiritual aspect when our work is to do the physical? Wọ́n ti rúbọ fún ẹ, they've done the yẹbọ, they've done the spiritual aspect. Focus on the physical. Kí ló kàn ẹ́? Babaláwo ti rúbọ. You see, let me tell you something. If you give Babalawo money, tó bá dáfá fún ẹ, I want to make you understand something. Tó bá dáfá fún ẹ and you give Babalawo money, tí ò rúbọ yẹn, òun àtèṣù lọ́jọ́ lẹ́jọ́ o, òun tèṣù lẹ́lẹ́jọ́ o. If you give a Babalawo money and the Babalawo did not offer the ebo, you don't even owe anything anymore. Like you have offered that ebo. It is now that Babalawo an issue that have a case to answer. Because you offered the ebo, you give Eshu the food, you offered the food to Eshu. But the Babalawo that is supposed to sit down and do the processing of the ebo that did not offer it, it is not your problem anymore. It is the Babalawo. They know this. Every Babalawo knows what I'm telling you. It's not your problem anymore. I don't know why people worry so much about these things. You have done the ebo, you have paid for it, they've done it, you've done the spiritual. Focus on the physical. Focus on the physical. Weed the plant, wet it. Wet the plant, put fertilizer in the sand so that the sand can have enough nutrients so that the spiritual aspect can happen, the corn can start germinating. I don't know why we just inconvenience ourselves unnecessarily. Church is not magic. The moment we start, and this is what has caused it for me. People see church as when I have spiritual problem, it's the church that I have to go to. If you now have the spiritual problem, is it now overnight that spiritual problem will solve? Even the spiritual problem that you have, you don't even know if you have it. You are just speculating. You're just speculating. So, okay, let's now say you have the spiritual problem. They've done the ebo for you. Focus on the physical. Leave the spiritual to do their own thing. If I to suffer, the Babalawo has done it. Focus on the physical. It's as simple as that. I'm giving the example. The physical, weed the plants, proper irrigation, wet the plants, put manure in the sand so that the corn can grow. This is the simple philosophy of life. When they do ebo for you, you are now waiting for one magic to happen. I've seen somebody that said, àkóṣe fátọ́ ṣe fún mi yẹn. Bí káwọn lè máa lọ rọ́ọ̀bù bank kọ́ wá gbé box owó sílẹ̀, òun kàn máa gbé ni. I'm like, which Babalawo will explain this one to you that this ebo that they've done for you now? When the thief rob at the bank, they will just mistakenly drop the money they stole, and you just see it and carry it. Which Babalawo will explain all this rubbish? There are some Babalawos out there that are confusing people, but me, I'm just letting you know, ebo does not work like magic. Because you do one akoshe now doesn't mean that you walk on the road and pick money on the road. No, you won't pick money on the road. You work for the money. But now, the spiritual cleansing that the ebo has done for you, will energize you from that spiritual part of you and give you that, that drive in the physical to do it, when you are getting to a point where things are not working. It is that spiritual cleansing that will still keep you going. You won't even see it, you won't even know. I can't start explaining these things to you, but some people know that how did I achieve this thing? How did this thing come into reality? It's the spiritual cleansing that is shifting. It's not by your power. Some people go for a job, for a job pitching, wanted to rubble, but they've done their research. But when they get to the place they were pitching, everything just cut out. All that research that they did, they couldn't do it, but they had to improvise. And they did well. They started improvising and things started coming. This is where your spiritual aspect come into place. It helps you. All those things that you have read, you to start arranging in your head. But if you did not read it, nothing will come. If you do not read it, that is what they say. Àìgbọ́fá okay, Ifá kan sí ní para. It doesn't just apply to Babalawo. It applies to you. You did not get ready for the preaching. You did not, okay, if you get ready for the preaching, this is what I'm saying. You did not get ready for the preaching, to go and pitch the presentation at the work. You did not get ready. You did not do your research. You did not do anything. You just want to get there and magic show happen. No. When you do your research, do everything, do it. When you get there, even if you have forgotten, this is where the spiritual part will work. Iyì ẹ máa sọ, everything will be, ó máa rọ̀ sínú agbárí ẹ báyìí, you will be talking, ìwọ gan máa gbogbo mo ti rá nǹkan tí mo ń sọ yìí. It is your work. You've done your assignment. You've done it already in the physical, and the spiritual is, is helping you push it. That is how it works. I don't know why people are so worried about the spiritual. Something you don't have any control over. You don't have any control over it. You don't have even the people that are doing it for you, they don't have any control over it. They are just there to do it for you. So stop complaining about these things. As long as you have paid the Babalawo, and as long as it is Ifa, through Ifa consultation that they said you should do that EBO and you did it. You paid for it. Even if the Babalawo did not do it, don't worry. If it's the Babalawo and Èṣù ló lẹ́jọ́, ìwọ ti ṣe. Gba nǹkan tí mo sọ fún ẹ, ìwọ ti ṣe. Babalawo yẹn àti Èṣù ló lẹ́jọ́. It is not you. So we need to understand this. We shouldn't be worrying about EBO. Once you have done your consultation and if I speak EBO for you, you've done your EBO. Worry about the physical. Wet the plant. Weed it. Put fertilizer. Physical things that you need to do so that the corn can grow. And you won't stop. When the corn starts growing too, you have to keep doing it. You have to keep doing it because the fruits, the corn has to be healthy. You need to keep doing it so that the corn can come out well. It can, can be healthy, it can be big. So this is how it works too for EBO. You have to do some physical work so that this thing can come into manifestation. Because if I say òun rí ire kan, because if I say it doesn't mean that ire cannot be hindered. It can. It can be hindered based on your laziness. If you are lazy, that ire that if I foresee ire ajé tútù, it will not come. It will not come. So you have to work towards it. You have to even do this foresee that ire kan bọ̀ níbi kan ire kan. You have to work towards it. If I say òun rí ire ọmọ fún ẹ, so you will not have sex with your wife. Your wife is going to be pregnant like your wife will just get pregnant all of a sudden. You have to put in the work. You have to work. You have to engage in sexual intercourse with your wife so that she can get pregnant. Yeah, even if after they pray that the womb will shake, won't you engage in sexual intercourse for the pregnancy to happen? So the sexual intercourse is the physical work that you do for the sperm to come out and go and fertilize the eggs. So you need to do that too. You can't just do EBO for you and you just be waiting for one miracle to happen somewhere. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So if there is anything you guys don't understand, don't hesitate to ask me. Ẹ béèrè. Nǹkan báyìí ò yé mi, nǹkan báyìí ló yé mi. So I can pick the questions, the one that I see that okay, these are important. I can make another video just for that questions. Because the aim is to make you guys understand whatever it is that we are saying. So thank you very much, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one.